Live at 6.
We begin tonight with a Valley News Live exclusive. The lives of police officers can change within a fraction of a second, as recently shown in the tragic shooting of Officer Jason Moszer.
Tonight we have exclusive body camera video from Grand Forks Police as they rushed a Walmart last May following a deadly shooting.
Valley News Team's Neil Carlson gives us a sense of the fear, adrenaline, and danger that comes with their job. Police have removed all the body cam video that shows the dead or wounded.
4041, I'm coming in the west side.
One male that we know of laying in the produce area.
Minutes before the Grand Forks SWAT team swarmed the Walmart store, 21-year-old Grand Forks Airman Marcel Willis was captured on surveillance video walking in. Within seconds, he shot and killed one employee, wounded another, and then shot and killed himself.
There is somewhat of a fear. If there wasn't, then we might do things that are more likely to get us hurt. But really, it falls back to all the training that we do.
Where's he at? Where's he at?
SWAT team members didn't know if they still had another active shooter in the store when they entered. Some customers and employees had run out of the store. Others were hiding.
Is anybody here any active gunfire at this time?
To an extent, we end up having to treat everybody as though they're potentially a bad guy. We don't know if perhaps this person that started the whole incident, maybe they've got rid of their weapon. Now they're trying to run out, trying to get away as everybody. So we'll at least we would temporarily take everybody into custody.
I got one 103 walking in from the front door. I've got another woman who's been shot. Looks like a shoulder wound. African American male, black, red shirt. Looks like a gunshot wound to the head.
Police are involved in a potentially deadly real-life game of making split-second decisions of who are the good guys and who are the bad guys. Decisions that could cost them or someone else their lives.
12, we got another male down over here.
If we can get through some sort of a situation that had the potential for being very dangerous for a lot of people, people could have got hurt or killed, and we're able to resolve that without anybody getting hurt or killed, it's very gratifying. I mean, it's why most of us do what we do.
It looks like a gunshot wound to the head by aisle 2 of the meat department.
In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
We have more body cam video from that Grand Forks shooting online. Go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
It was a bipartisan effort from North Dakota senators to honor Fargo's fallen police officer, Jason Moszer. Senators Heidi Heitkamp, John Hoeven, and Congressman Kevin Kramer all took to the Senate floor today to honor Officer Moszer, who was the first officer killed in the line of duty in Fargo for more than a century.
He dedicated himself to serving our state, and we are all grateful for his commitment to devoting his energy and talents to serve as a member of the Fargo Police Department.
And without brave men and women willing to step up, willing to stand on the wall for every one of us, we'd be a much lesser society.
God bless all the men and women who wear the badge, and God bless the memory of Officer Jason Moszer.
Officer Moszer was killed on February 11th and was laid to rest on Monday.
Great start to the weekend as we continue to say goodbye to the snow. Hutch is here now with a look at our Friday night weather planner. And Hutch, that's certainly a beautiful sunset over your shoulder.
Absolutely gorgeous, colorful, just a few contrails from aircraft to drifting overhead. And that is about it as we have enjoyed wonderful temperatures today. Here is a peek at what we have seen as far as high temperatures so far. 47 as forecast in Fargo, 44 degrees in Grand Forks. It was in the 30s in Roseau thanks to that fresh snow. Bismarck and Dickinson, by the way, setting record highs today. No record in Fargo, 47 the high temperature. 27 is where we typically see a high at this time of the year. 44 was just 2 degrees shy of a record in Grand Forks today. Here's a look at your planner. Fargo, we'll see temperatures staying in the 40s throughout most of the evening, and Fergus Falls will dip into the 30s a little bit later. Mild weather continues at the weekend for some of us, but a cold front will make things a little interesting late in the day. I'll have hour-by-hour details, Mike, here in just a moment.
And it's nice to see that sun up after 6 o'clock in the evening.
It is.
All right, thanks.
The budget for the land of 10,000 lakes seems to have sprung a leak. The Office of Minnesota Management and Budget released its latest forecast today for 2016 and 17, and the surplus is dropping $300 million from last December's projections. Budget officials maintain that the state's finances are still stable. Governor Dayton echoed other lawmakers who said the smaller sum makes funding an ongoing program like preschool more difficult.
The city of Moorhead is moving forward on a plan to cut down on loud train sounds. City employees hear a lot of complaints about trains blowing their horns. They're proposing quiet zones along two major intersections. One on 20th Street South from 20th Avenue to 40th Avenue. That's near the tech school and the high school. The other along Southeast Main Avenue from Oakway to 40th Avenue.
They're accustomed to having the noise. How much are they willing to pay to not have that noise? And I do think that, because some of the questions we've gotten are from realtors asking.
The project along 20th Street and Main Avenue project would cost about $2 million. Together, they would impact about 2,000 people, meaning those impacted would be paying about $1,000 in specials.
It's Friday and time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say Michael Dwayne McLaughlin is wanted for a probation violation on charges of possession of meth with intent to deliver and preventing arrest. Call your local law enforcement if you have any information on McLaughlin.
Some Fargo fifth graders got a jump on the weekend and some exercise while out in the great outdoors on this beautiful Friday. The students from two classes over at Lincoln Elementary got the chance to study the prairie ecosystem and what goes on in it when it's cold and there's snow on the ground. The classroom was at MSUM's Regional Science Center at Buffalo River State Park. It certainly wasn't all digging through snow and checking out tree bark. In addition to doing some snowshoeing and cross-country skiing, these would-be scientists and outdoor adventurers also got the chance to compete with each other, finding their way around with a compass. All Fargo fifth graders get the chance to experience and study the outdoors at the Science Center. Some, like this group, go in the winter, others in the spring and in the fall.
Today is the last day to eat at Rosies Pop-Up Bistro in downtown Fargo before the restaurant temporarily closes its doors. That's because it's going under construction to add more to its dining experience. Once construction is complete, the restaurant will have North Dakota's first ever kombucha bar, a seafood market, and wine tasting. It will also offer live entertainment. According to Rosie's Facebook page, they hope to reopen by April. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live. Like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day.
There have been some pretty successful fundraising efforts in our area, and one of them was held today. Later on Valley News Live at 6, who benefits from these people who went bowling?
And a big ridge in the jet stream causing skies to clear out and the sun warming things up. It lasts for at least one more day. I'll have details coming up in your hour-by-hour forecast next.